and welcome back. Today we are working on heart opening exercises here in our practice, so let's get started. We're going to start here at the top of the mat in mountain. Feet about hip distance apart and nice tall spine here. And continue to breathe. Just settling into this space and into your practice. Couple more breaths. Or on your next inhale, make it a big inhale. And exhale, sigh. Very good. On the inhale, we're bringing the hands up above the head. Very good. On the next inhale, we're bringing the hands up above the head, folding the hands into clasp together, pointer fingers out. We're going to inhale, heart open, up and over into a slight back bend, and exhale back to the top. All right, we're going to do that 2 more times, nice and easy. Inhale, up and over, just as much as you can go, and exhale. One more, inhale. Engage that core, press the hips forward, and exhale all the way down into forward fold. Nice. On the inhale, we're coming up into halfway lift, and exhale, fold, step or jump back into your plank. One breath here. And on your exhale, we're coming back into downward dog. Feel free to pedal out the legs here. Start to wake up those calves and hamstrings. Ooh, so good. Wherever you are on your next exhale, we're going to ripple forward into plank and lower down into chaturanga. If you want to do knees, chest, chin to get down, perfectly fine. All right, we're coming all the way down and we're inhaling up into cobra. Exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale up, shoulders back, and exhale down. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Tucking the toes behind us. We're pushing up into a plank. Take a breath. And exhale into downward dog. Feel free to sway those hips side to side. Or if you want to stay in stillness here, that is also an option. Great. Wherever you are on your next exhale, we're going to step or jump the hands back to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Sway from side to side here, just a couple breaths. Good. On your next inhale, we're coming up into halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're bringing it all the way up into standing. Exhale, we're rounding back into our back bend. Coming back to the top on the inhale. And exhale the hands down in heart center. All right, we're back in the mountain here. So just take a couple breaths to check in on your body and kind of see how you feel. And continue to breathe. Go wherever you are in your next inhale. Hands come up to the sky. We're going to exhale into our back bend. Inhale it back to the top. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. And exhale, we're stepping or jumping back into our plank. Take a breath here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to take this right foot, bring it all the way up and back behind us in our three-legged dog. Very good, very good. On the exhale, we're going to bend that knee, open it wide to the right. Nice stretch in the front of the hips. Go ahead and circle that knee out. Continue to breathe. It's good. And on your exhale, we're going to switch directions. Good. On your next exhale, finding stillness and stretching that leg back out. Inhale one good time. And exhale, we're bending that knee, coming into our plank. And we're going to just drop that foot down onto the mat. All right. Now, if getting there looks a little different for you, right here, whatever you got to do. All right. So we're in our lunge here. Just take a breath. Very good, very good. On your next inhale, we'll bring those hands up to the sky and exhale them down into cactus. Eyes to the side, sky. Nice open heart. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, hands up. Last time, we're exhaling into our cactus arms. And inhale up. We're exhaling, hands down to frame the front foot. Inhale, we're going to take this right arm, open it up to the sky. And continue to breathe. If you'd like to find a bind here, bring a little extra challenge into your practice, you can take this right hand, bending it down and behind your back. And nice open heart here. Good, one more breath. On the inhale, we're bringing a hand up to the sky if it's not already there. Exhale, hand down to frame that front foot. We're going to inhale, set the foot back into plank, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your cobra, or you can transition into upward facing dog here. Exhale back into downward dog. One breath. Good. On your next inhale, we're bringing the left leg up to the sky. Take a breath. And exhale, bend in the left knee. And we're just going to circle that knee out. Waking up that left hip. And continue to breathe. On your next exhale, just reversing directions. Good. On your next exhale, we're finding stillness here. Inhale that left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee. We're rippling forward. Left foot to the top of the mat. Good. Find your balance here. And on your next inhale, we're coming up. Hands up to the sky. Good. On your next exhale, open heart, cactus arms. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, cactus arms. And inhale, hands up. Last one. Exhale, nice open heart. Inhale, hands up to the sky. From here, we're going to exhale that right hand down to the mat and open up to the left side. And continue to breathe. Again, if you want to find a bind on this side, Feel free to try it out. See if you can sink just a little bit deeper into your hips. Getting a nice stretch in that front right hip here. One more breath. Good. On your next inhale, hand up to the sky if it's not there. And exhale the hand down to frame the front foot. We're going to inhale back into our plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward dog. Very good. Just a couple breaths here. And on the exhale, we're going to ripple forward into tabletop. So knees come to the mat. I don't know about you, but I feel it in my wrist. So I'm just going to circle the wrist out a little bit. Pressing those fingertips into the mat. Going to do a little barrel roll towards the left. Just sneaking a little heart opener in there. And I exhale, reverse. Very nice. Wherever you are on your next exhale, we're finding stillness. We're back into our tabletop. From here, we're going to walk the knees back just a hair and step the hands forward to the top of the mat, sinking the heart towards the mat in our puppy. All right, so elbows are on the mat, forehead on the mat as well. And continue to breathe. Now, if you want a bit of an extra stretch here, you can bring your heart down to the mat and resting your chin on the mat. Now, I'm not going to do this just because of my mic, but this is an option for you. Forehead down. And continue to breathe. One more breath here. On your next inhale, plugging those shoulders into the shoulder sockets if they're not already there. And we're just going to ripple forward into our Sphinx pose. All right, feel free to adjust if needed. Again, we're thinking nice open heart here, right? So we're drawing the heart forward, bring those shoulders down and away from the ears, and continue to breathe. Good, one more breath here. Nice. On the exhale, we're taking the left arm parallel to the mat. Inhale. Gonna reach back and grab the outside of the right foot. Okay. Again, nice open heart here. Now, if this does not work for you, just bring that forehead down to the mat. And we're gonna go from there. If that doesn't work for you, just bring your foot in as far as you can. And kind of swing it towards the glutes just so you still get that stretch in the front of the hips, right? So again, find whatever works for you. And continue to breathe. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Squeeze those glutes. One more breath. And on your exhale, we're slowly releasing that right foot back, switching out the arms, and coming onto the left side. Again, find whatever variation works for you, and we're stretching. Good. Continue to breathe. Wherever you are on your next exhale, we're releasing that left foot back to the mat. Left arm stacks on top of the right. And we're just taking a little rest here. We've got one more pose, and then we're done. Okay. From here, we're going to release the forearms down by our sides. Forehead comes to the mat. All right. Take a breath. On the inhale, we come up into half locust. And exhale. Inhale up, arms back, and exhale down. On the last one, we're going to incorporate the legs. So inhale up, heart and legs come up. We're going to hold it. One breath. Two breaths. Last one. Three. Stretch out just a little bit more. And exhale, forehead down to the mat. Beautiful. Take a breath. Good. From here, we're going to bring the hands to frame the chest. Inhale up. Bring those big toes to touch. And exhale back into our child's pose. Good. Nice release in the back from all the heart openers. Good, and continue to breathe. Taking the time here to just check in with your body. See how you feel versus when we started the practice. If you like, you can bring those hands into prayer. And bring your thumbs to your neck. If you want just a little baby heart opener here. If you're done for the day, that's completely fine. Just leave those hands down on the mat. Good, and slowly rocking that forehead side to side. Coming back into the body. On your next inhale, we're going to take a big inhale. And exhale, side out. That was too good. One more. And exhale. Nice. On your next inhale, we're coming into all fours and working our way into a seated position. Just gonna roll my shoulders back here. Again, just checking in on your body, seeing how you feel. All right. And your next exhale, finding stillness if you're not already there. On the inhale, bringing the hands up above the head. Exhale, thumbs come down to the forehead. On this day, I choose to keep kind thoughts of myself and of others. I focus on thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, thoughts of dreams. I am at peace within my mind. I am the observer. I decide which thoughts to focus on and which ones to allow to float right on by. On your next exhale, thumbs come down to the lips. I speak words of life, words of love, and words of truth unto myself and unto others. I speak words that inspire life more abundantly. I speak words with confidence and with power. Thank you. Thumbs come down to the heart. I am at peace within my heart. My heart is open to giving and receiving love in all directions. So good. Thumbs come back to the forehead as we bow. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Hopefully this practice was helpful to you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop some comments down below and let me know what videos you all would like to see, and I'll make some stuff for y'all. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.